Hi and welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading. My name's Trish. Thank you for joining me today. Please take a moment and choose from group 1, 2 or 3, and I hope that you receive the messages that you need to hear this week. So group 1 is the dragonfly, group 2 is the fish, and group 3 is the turtle. So take a moment and I'll be back with your reading. Welcome back, group 1. If you've selected the dragonfly, then this is your message. So you've got the card of changes. You've got changes in the air for you. It could be changes and transformations on a very deep level, but it could also be almost like blossoming and becoming the beautiful butterfly. So the energy here is that there seems to be a little bit of work and a little bit of organizing to make these things happen, but I feel like change is happening and choices are to be made here. Just doing a brief scan over your cards. So let's get into the deeper meaning behind some of these cards. So from the top line, this is my signature purple deck. On the top line, we've got the chakras card. Now the chakras are all balanced and all aligned, but this is indicating that things are going to line up or things are going to come together. You will get organized. Things are going to work out is what the card actually says. It says organized, it will work out. So generally it means that you're busy working, putting all the pieces together, putting things in order, getting things organized to make things happen. Now sitting next to that, we have the leap, don't hold back. So it's the universe is asking you to make a giant leap forward. So you may be sitting back waiting, thinking, okay, the universe, please help me, please send me a sign, or you're sitting back waiting for somebody to offer you something. You offer some help or assistance, but what the universe is saying is that you need to be the one that stands up and makes the move. So you need to be the one that puts in the effort, and you need to be the one that gets out there and does it. Don't hold back and sit back and wait for the universe to push you. Don't sit back and wait for offers to come in. You need to be the one that goes out and pursues those offers yourself. Sitting next to that, we have the health card, the look after yourself. I'm seeing also that she's looking into a crystal ball here. So for some of you, and you can see my crystal ball on the table as well, for some of you it might indicate that you've got very good skills around psychic development or intuition, clairvoyance, which is the crystal ball reading. So for some of you it may actually be what we're talking about. For others, I feel like we're talking about, trying to see the future, we're trying to think far ahead. So the sense that they're giving me is that maybe you've been holding back, you want to make a move, you're thinking about your future, you're trying to get it all sorted and all lined up, but it's like you're kind of stuck in that level. You're just looking, you're not sure what the future holds. Maybe you're holding back because you're scared of making a move, you're scared if that's going to be the right thing for your future. There's something related here to future and thinking about future goals and thinking about if it's the right time to make a move or the right time to push yourself. But the universe is here saying that it wants you to make a giant leap. It wants you to push yourself forward. It is also saying stop procrastinating, stop wasting time. You need to get out there and do it. Now I'm seeing that in a couple of different places. For one, the universe is wanting you to make a leap. It's also got the procrastination card. We've got down the bottom effort. You need to put in an effort and work hard. And this one here, we're looking at the cards down the bottom from my new deck. It's saying this one here says effort. You need to work as needed, or you need to work very hard here. And don't wait, do it now, it's saying. So you've got a lot of energy here around not procrastinating anymore, not sitting back waiting for opportunities to come to you. It's all about now stepping out and making things happen. I'm also seeing the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position, and that's meaning that things have kind of been stalled for you, or they've been on hold. You've been holding back, or it's the wheels haven't really seemed to be moving very much. But what it's saying when you see the Wheel of Fortune is that the wheel is about to begin and it's about to turn. So we're going to be moving from procrastination into movement. So especially since we've got the leap and procrastination cards above, so leap and procrastination. So it's saying that the wheels are changing. This is the Wheel of Fortune saying that your fortunes are changing. We're not holding back anymore. We're going to be moving forward. We do have the Lovers in the reverse position, and the Lovers of course means choices. So it's asking you here, and the choices could be quite difficult as well. It could be some things. What I'm kind of getting here is some things that are holding you back are related to choices. So it's not just fear of moving forward. It's not just fear of if it's the right decision. It's not just waiting for opportunities to come your way, signs, universe, whatever it is that you're waiting for. It could also be that it means connections to other people. It could be choices or hard choices that you have to make. Maybe you have to make a hard choice to leave one situation to move on to another one. And what I mean by that is you may have to leave a job that you really like in order to take a promotion. So that's kind of just an example. It's the energy of the cards. And it relates to everybody in different ways. For some of you, it could be moving house. For others, it could be changing friendship groups. It could be, changes around children or decisions around children. It can be really related to anything. But the energy here is that it's a difficult decision. You're having to maybe leave one thing behind. Now, because it's sitting next to the Six of Pentacles in the reverse position, we're talking about weighing up your options here. So generally the Six of Pentacles means that, you're working out giving, being generous, giving some to some, being enough. It's a pentacle card, so it's obviously money or assets, dividing up assets even is what I'm picking up here. But I'm feeling like you're weighing up your options here, because you've got the set of scales here is what I'm seeing. Now, Pentacles, Six of Pentacles in the reverse position means that don't give it all away. It's saying maybe just hold back a little for yourself. Now, we're sitting in that energy, I'm trying to just clarify this. We're sitting in the energy of it saying don't hold back anymore. But when it comes to making decisions, you need to really carefully consider that you're not giving it all away or throwing it all away on something that's, you're throwing caution to the wind, or you're just throwing it all out there and you're just going to make this big leap. Like the cards are saying, make this leap, don't procrastinate, move forward, put in effort. But it's saying don't let go of the things that you're considering. So you might be trying to think, okay, do I need to let go of this to take this option? And I think what the cards are saying for now, the Six of Pentacles are saying just for now, maybe hold on to some of the past or the current situation as you move into the future scenario. So it's not about completely closing the door on everything in the past or the present to move forward into the future. We do have to push you forward into a future. We do have to push you forward on your path to make the changes for the future, but it's saying don't just give away everything you've worked hard for. Don't just move, close the door on everything that's been from past and present. You need to hang on to some of that. We do also have the King of Swords. He is in the reverse position. Okay, so when I see a king sitting in a reverse position, I think, okay, he's not sitting in his true power. He's not sitting on his throne. He's not sitting in his power. Now, for him, we're talking about expression and we're talking about thoughts and mental. So the Suit of Swords is all about expression, communication, thoughts. So coming through, it's the mental realm is what we're talking about here with the King of Swords. Now, being in the reverse position, it's saying maybe you're not thinking straight. Maybe you're not getting the full story. Maybe the communication lines are a bit broken or they're not clear enough. There seems to be some kind of, and because it's sitting next to a reverse Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, I feel like you need to be getting the full story here, the full picture here. Something isn't quite right in this situation is what I'm seeing. So just skimming over what the energy here is, and I did mention already that we've got the effort, work hard card right here, and then we have don't wait, do it now. Just skimming back over the energy here and pulling through any further messages for you, Group 1. It is saying, another thing that I'm just picking up for some of you, given that we've got the chakras all lined up, and chakras is all about your health, your endocrine system, I think it's called, your thyroid gland, all of those kind of the different glands in your body, and keeping them healthy and performing at an optimal level is what I'm actually hearing for you. Sitting next to a health card, or sitting to from a health card, where I was talked about the future, the crystal ball, I'm coming back down to health for some of you. So this can be that we're looking into health issues here. We're looking into this crystal ball and we're looking at what's going on with the health issues. Now I'm feeling like you're needing to look into the endocrine system, which is like your thyroid or immune system, like glands under the arm, like it's a whole glandular system is what I'm feeling for some of you. It's like trying to work out which one it is, which area is not functioning properly. Something doesn't seem to be working right. So we're trying to look into this crystal ball, trying to look and discover what's going on with these glands or this endocrine system here. That's the energy I'm picking up for some of you around health. If that's you, let me know, just so I know that somebody received that really important message. So if you're having health issues, maybe look into your glands, your glandular glands or thyroid, or it's like nodules under the arm. So kind of look into those kind of areas is what I'm getting. So yeah, if that makes sense to you, please let me know. Now, coming back to the energy of the full spread of what the whole thing means, where the cards generally in this are saying that you need to make a move, you need to make a change, you need to make a decision, you've got some choices coming and you need to move forward. You need to make a giant leap into your future, into what it is that you're wanting to go forward in, but don't let go of what you've worked hard on. You need to hang on to some of that, but it is saying don't wait. The time for procrastination or thoughts and having all these ideas is done. It's now time for action and movement here. The wheels are changing with the Wheel of Fortune. The wheels are starting to turn, and now it's about moving forward and making those choices, but don't let everything go that you've worked hard for. So thank you so much for joining me, Group 1. I hope you got some messages out of that, and I will see you again next week. Welcome back, Group 2. If you've selected the fish, then this is your reading. Now, the card you've selected over here, you can see, is wisdom. So we're talking about making wise choices, looking at the situation from a outside perspective or through different eyes, or trying to be a little bit more strategic in the way that you plan things, a bit more thought into what you do here. Make wise decisions or seek wise guidance here. The overall message for you, Group 2. So you've got one of your cards out of order here. It's about letting go. So as you could see, the balloons there wanted to float off, and they were lifted higher above. I don't believe card placement. I believe when things are placed in a certain way, it's for a reason. So what happened then was they wanted to, first of all, bring my attention to the letting go card. So to discuss the letting go card as part of your reading. Okay, a couple of things that come to mind when I think about this card. For one thing, the balloons here were floating up higher and lifting that card higher than the other cards. That was to bring my attention to this card, but also it's saying that you're needing to float up above heavy burdens. You need to let go of heavy burdens so you can float. So the energy here is that you can't fly if you're being held down by heavy burdens. So it's wanting to go, it's wanting to lift you up, wanting to raise you up, but there's burdens here that's holding on. Now, it could be causing sleeplessness, or even lack of sleep could be part of the contributing to the issue here as well. The other thing I've just got to mention for some of you is with that balloon card, the letting go card, from my personal deck, it means letting go of somebody you care about. So it was created in my personal deck when I lost a very close friend to me, somebody I meditated with for many years, and the card was created for her. So it was like a balloon release, and putting that energy into that card. So these cards are imprinted with the energy of certain events that have happened in my life, and that being one of them. It's being just like the letting go of somebody close, and that was a friend of mine. So for some of you, it could be just burdens or sadness or grief. It could be happening here. Balloon reliefs could be coming up to an anniversary of a passing of somebody, and that could be causing just a little bit of grief and sadness there. So because I'm also seeing the time card sitting there, too, is making me think that it could be like an anniversary coming back around to a significant anniversary of the passing of somebody close to you. So that won't be for everybody, obviously, but it is important. So, and it did wanted to raise itself up as part of a story separate to the rest of the energy here, is what that card was doing then. Okay, so getting on to the reading and the general energy of this spread. We've got two king cards. We've got the queen sitting in her throne. She is sitting in her power. So she is strong and she is powerful, and she's going to achieve. She's going to do what needs to be done, and she's going to take responsibility here. This card's all about taking power back, taking confidence back, taking responsibilities for your actions, responsibilities knowing that if you're not achieving, it's your own responsibility, and sitting in that power saying, this comes down to me, I need to do this. And I'm bringing in energy down the bottom here. We've got a bit going on down here with these cards here around confidence, value, and self-love. So being your second house, all about, you know, how you make your money, your resources, your wealth, but also how you know, how confident you feel, your skill level, your value, how much you value your skills and what you contribute to society, and feeling like you have the skills and resources available to you. Feeling it's very much confidence here, confidence that you've got the skills to do what needs to be done is what they're bringing through for me now. Also sitting right next to the Emperor card in the upright position, and that is saying command and dominate. So here it is saying you are in a very, very fortunate position, it's saying, but it's a very powerful position. It's a position where you are in a situation where you can achieve or take your power back in some way. Now, how you get to this point is going to be different for everybody. It could come about in many different forms. Change could be one of them, but wise decisions or education could be another one. But I'm feeling like however you get to the point you're at, or you're coming to being that power position, that position of dominance, that position of sitting in your own authority or your own sovereignty and saying, okay, I know I've got the power to do this. I know I've got the skills to do this. How you come into that energy will be different for everybody, I'm feeling, but that's the energy that they're wanting you to come into. So it could be more focused into your skill level. Like I said, for some of you, you may need to up your skills in some way. You may need to get more education. You might need to get wise guidance or advice here that brings your skill level up in some way, and that is going to bring more confidence. If you've got more skills, you've got more confidence, and that's what I'm feeling that's going on for you. Now we've got the Page of Pentacles. He's in the reverse position. Now Pentacles are the pages, they're a little less experienced. They're learning their trade. They're learning to be knights, or they're assistants to the knights. So they're assisting, and they're learning, and they're naive, and their energy is very young and new is what I'm picking up here. Now it is saying it's in the reverse position, so it's saying don't procrastinate. It is generally a slow card because it comes from the suit of Pentacles, so anything in the Pentacle suit is a lot slower on vibration than the other vibrations that or other realms that you work with the other suits from the tarot. So this one here is your slowest, so it's saying whatever is happening, it's going to take a little bit of time here. It's going to take effort because we're talking about an earth suit. We're talking about the suit of Pentacles being the earth, and that can be like physical body, it can be assets, money, anything physical, like the physical realm. And it's slower, and it's taking its time. It's also sitting next to another Pentacle, which is the Six of Pentacles, and that is about generosity, giving and receiving. So it's about energy in, energy out on a physical level. So it could be money, that can be like a money thing. It can be exchange of money for experience, or exchanging money for skills or wisdom in some way. So whether that's you being paid for your knowledge and your wisdom, being a guidance person of some sort, or offering your skills to other people that you've gained that other people don't have, that they're maybe coming up in the industry and they're looking to be trained in some way, and that's another way of you making money. I'm talking about money here because I'm talking second house over here, your resources and ways for you to make money, and we're talking about the suit of Pentacles, which can mean money. It can mean like material possessions as well. So it could be that you're training somebody to come up in the industry that you were in, or that you're in, and the skills, that's valuable. It's a valuable skill, and it's worth something. So it could be a way of making money here, because I am seeing the card of generosity. There's got to be a give and take. There has to be some kind of exchange for knowledge, whether that's you receiving knowledge from another person. There has to be an exchange that you give back. So there's got to be a give and take in every situation that you're going through here. So we have got the Star card. The Star card is your favorable outcome card. It means that everything's going to work out well. Put your faith in the universe. Trust that everything's going to be okay here. So coming back up to the top line, because I feel like I kind of skimmed over that. I bounced here and there everywhere with those cards. Now we've got, as I said, the Queen sitting on a throne, sitting in her power, taking responsibility for her own actions. She's sitting in her own power, her own confidence, and that makes her very commanding, or that makes her achievement orientated. Now we're sitting next to a card of lack of sleep, so it could be that whatever burdens you're going through is causing sleeplessness, but it could also be that the sleeping issues that you're having, or not getting enough sleep, broken sleep, or maybe you're on social media all night and you're not getting enough sleep. There's something here that is making things a lot slower than they need to be, making things a lot harder than they need to be. I'm getting these heavy burdens card sitting right next to it, which is really weighing you down, but it feels, and that's time related too, because we've got that time card of patience, it's called, time card sitting there on the end as well. So what those three cards together are meaning that it's making things go very slow, because you're not valuing your sleep and how important sleep is to your health, or to your just everyday getting things done and achieving. So if you're not sleeping well at night, you're not going to get as much done in the day as what you need to do. So that's the energy of those cards. Now also reading it from another point of view, we've got the patience cards, which I haven't tapped into this one here. It's saying that, again, it's slow. It says it will take time. So that aligns with the energy down the bottom of the the Pentacles, which is the Earth suit, and that's slower. So don't be in a rush to achieve here. Don't be in a rush to get from one place to another. Don't be in a rush. You need to slow down here. The energy is quite slow, and you need to be patient. I feel the energy here, it could too, is what they're showing me now, is having that busyness in the mind, that fast-paced energy, busyness. It could be that you're doing a lot, your brain's always active, there's a lot of fast-paced energy that could be affecting your sleep. So what you're needing to do is slow things down a bit, be more patient, take your time here. Rest and recover is what I'm hearing, but I'm feeling it's all connected. The dots are all connected here. Your heavy burdens, sleeplessness, and the mental activity that's going on in a fast way needs to slow down and come down into an energy of much slower. Now we've got doubting down the bottom. I'm reading trust yourself, don't doubt yourself. We've also got self-love, you need to give to you. Self-love is also about confidence and valuing your skills and valuing your time as well, particularly because we've got the time card sitting right above it. You need to value your time here, and you need to, if you're giving your time to somebody, you need to value that, and you need to have an exchange in some way from that, whether that's value for value, or bartering system, or somebody gives back to you equally, or as a money exchange. There needs to be some kind of exchange there. So thank you so much for joining me, group 2. I hope you received a message out of that, and I will see you again next week. Welcome back, group 3. If you've selected the turtle, then this is your reading. Now you've selected the card of the Messenger. We've got a little bit going on with you in communication with the angels. So that could be communication with your spirit team, or somebody that is on the other side trying to come through to you. That can play out in a couple of different ways. For one, it could just be your ancestors or your family on the other side saying they're here for you at this moment, with whatever you're going through. Now I'm seeing a tower on the table. Everybody, when you see the tower, it's we all think the same if you're a tarot reader. However, the tower is in the reverse, so in the reverse position, which is a I'll get to that when I come to that one, so you don't have to fear it as much. Now it is saying, and in saying that about fear as well, there's nothing here to fear. Situations happen for a reason. They happen to propel you to where you need to be. So, or I'm feeling like the chaos and drama. I need to tap into this energy a little bit more, because it's not letting me let it go right now. Even though I want to talk about the Messenger, the communication, I'm being drawn back down to the tower. So I'm feeling there's a connection here. There's a connection in the way that they're sending you either feathers or coins or signs, trying to communicate with you, or you're communicating with other the other side. You could be a medium, doing medium stuff, and you're picking up on spirit communication here. There's some kind of messages or communication coming in around you that you're doing, or that spirit is on the other side communicating with you or trying to get a message through to you. Now, with the Tower card, I'm not going to make you wait. The Tower card in the reverse means that this is something that comes to an end, but it brings a sense of relief. So it could be that, for instance, you could have not liked your job. You could be sick of your job, and it's like, I've got to get out of here. This is just not me anymore. It doesn't suit me. I don't enjoy getting up and going to this job anymore. Finally, something happens that it comes to an end. And it's like a sense of good, that is going to make me make the move. Or it could be that there's another position or something offered to you that causes that thing to come to an end. But it feels more like it's just going to come to an end, but it brings with it a sense of relief. So it's like, okay, I'm going to be okay. Everything's going to work out, but this wasn't right for me. It wasn't making me feel good. I wasn't feeling joy out of life from whatever situation. It doesn't have to be job. It can be any situation. But it's saying that situation is coming to an end, but it brings with it a sense of relief. Relief is the energy that I'm picking up here. Now, with the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is like a pausing platform. It's like you've been working hard on something, and it's like you get to a point where you say, okay, where to from here? It's like a pausing stop and assessing what you've done and what you've achieved so far, and thinking about, what's coming up in the future. Do I still want to stay on the path that I'm on? Do I want to look at a different path? Do I want to make some changes here? The Three of Wands, it is in the upright position. So it is saying opportunity for expansion and growth too, because it's in the upright position. So it could be something that you're working on for some of you, or been doing for a little while, and it's just been moving along, slow and steady, but then all of a sudden, bang, it just goes and explodes, and it's like you're just propelled to the next level. It's expansion and it's growth, and you're moving on to the next level here. So that could be for some of you. For some of you, it's an assessment point, a point of looking at what you've achieved so far, and are you still on the right track? Is there another option for you? Are you weighing up your options here and looking at, do I want to change path slightly, or do I want to do something completely different? So it's an assessing point for some of you. I am seeing here with the Nine of Wands in the upright position, it's saying whatever this situation is that's around you, around the Tower, it's saying it's going to take a little bit of inner strength here is required. So you need to muster up all of that inner strength, because it's going to be needed here. But please know too that you have angels, guides on the other side, and they're here stepping in to help you as well. So you've got all that energy from the other side that's going on as well. You've got the Moon here. The moon indicates that you don't have the full picture of what the future is, particularly because it's sitting next to the Three of Wands here. We've got a new beginning in the cards for you on the top line as well. Now I'm coming back over here to the new beginning. So that's where I said doors closing in order to take you to where you need to be. The new beginning. So you've got something else starting for you, or some new beginnings coming up for you. For some of you it could be children, because we have the baby picture here. We're also sitting next to a nurturing and caring for others, which can indicate childcare, or caring for others in some way. So it can be caring for elderly parents, it can be caring for children, especially particularly because it's sitting next to a child card. That energy is there, but it's also a dog or pet animals as well. So when we're talking here about something in the on the other side, it could also be a pet on the other side as well for some of you. Now kind of unrelated there, but it is a possibility there. That is one of the things just with these two cards that's coming up here. So we've got new beginnings coming, we've got a Tower which brings endings, and we've got a new beginning. Now what we also have, okay, so with the Tower card, Pluto, the planet Pluto, always reminds me of the Death and the Tower card in the tarot, which means death brings changes, and the Tower brings having to be brave and having to face difficult situations that are going to bring about change. So that's kind of that energy that I'm picking up. And the reason I'm talking about Pluto is because we have 2 Scorpio cards on the end here. We've got the Scorpio card. It says, Scorpio, you need to share deeply. So Scorpio is all about being brave, facing your fears head on, and being able to also share and communicate with yourself. 2 things happening here. So there's one thing, it's saying that you need to share whatever it is that you're going through. Don't hang on to the burdens on your own. You need to get some kind of help to deal with those. You could also be the person that somebody is sharing with you, so you're helping them through a difficult situation. Now I'm also picking up here about the Scorpio card. Indicates too, for some of you, relationships. We're talking about relationships and getting from a relationship everything that you need to fulfill you, being a really deep sharing, compassion, passion. It's really deep energy here, being able to share yourself very deeply with another person. Now that's important for you, I'm feeling, because it's a Scorpio energy, so it's important because it's part of what you need for your soul to feel nourished and feel like it's being fulfilled in some way. So you're needing that deep connection. Now it could be that maybe that's where the issues are lying. It's starting to, for some of you, this is not for everybody, but it is a scenario that fits this energy. You're in a relationship maybe that has been going for a long time, and you're coming up to a pause platform area where you're trying to assess, is this the right direction for me? Do I need to I'm sitting next to the no, sorry, I got distracted then. No's moon means no to me, so I just kind of got that for some of you as well. It can be no to a question having the moon here as well, but it can also indicate that you don't have the full picture, or you've had the blindfolds on. It's like you're blinded in love, you know, when they say blinded by love, and it's like you can't see the full situation. You cannot see what somebody's really like because you're just so blinded in love. Now I'm feeling that the blindfolds may be coming off, and you're starting to think, okay, am I getting that deep nurturing that I need? Am I getting that deep connection that I need? Am I getting the passion that I need? It's some kind of situation here that you're realizing that that's really a big part of you, and you need to be able to share. You need to be able to share your emotions with somebody and not be put down. So that's for some of you I'm picking up. Now sitting next to that is another Scorpio card. It's the brave. It's saying put yourself out there and be brave. Pluto rules Scorpio, and Pluto's the planet of being brave, and so is Scorpio. Scorpio's about being brave and facing fears. Well, here it's saying be brave and put yourself out there. So maybe you do need to share something with somebody. You need to talk about something with somebody. You need to be brave and put your emotions out there in some way. So that's for some of you. May not be for everybody, but the general energy here, if I can bring it back to an everybody reading, general energy here is that we've got a lot of Scorpio energy, which means there's some situation that's going on around you that you need to be brave. You need to muster all your inner strength and courage, and you need to share it and let it out. So don't hang on to everything on your own. You need to be able to share. It could be emotions, like coming back to the moon here with the emotions. So it could be emotions that need to be shared, or they're going to explode here. It's like that's the energy that I'm getting, or crumble being the tower coming down. Energy playing out here as well. So that's the energy for everybody that's going on about here. We're at a pausing point. We're thinking, am I being fulfilled? Am I being nurtured? Are my emotions being recognized? Do I feel like I can comfortably share myself? Can I share my emotions with somebody else comfortably? So this is energies around other people here. So it's mustering inner strength, even if this is not emotions or relationship related. It could be a job for some of you. We're mustering all of our inner strength, and we're facing our fears, and we're being brave here around this situation. It will cause things to crumble, or things will come to an end. Being maybe certain situations that haven't been good for you are going to come to an end, and you're going to face them head on. But that's going to bring with it a sense of relief that you've finally done that. Now, it could be something very simple. It could be something very little. So sometimes when people see the tower, it's like, wow, there's some big major transformation or some big major change that's going to happen here. Things are going to fall apart. Not always, and not always in a big kind of way. Sometimes it can be something really little. It could be something that's been really getting on your nerves or really annoying you, and you finally just stand up to it and face it and say, okay, this is just not good enough. This is just not I need to do something about this. I need to sort this situation out. So it's about being brave, standing up, sorting the situation out and bringing it to an end. That's the energy. Doesn't have to be a big catastrophe. Doesn't have to be chaos and drama. For some of you, it may be chaos and drama. For some of you, it may be something that's going to require you to step out of your comfort zone and be brave and muster your courage here. So there's a lot of bravery involved in your reading here, Group 3. Up to the top, we've got energies back here of looking after yourself. We're looking at your nutrition. We're looking at what you put in your mouth, what you consume, what you consume with your eyes and your ears, consuming in your body. It's all about looking after your health. It can be definitely about coming to a point where you're starting to think, okay, I need to change my diet. I need to maybe, take out some sugars. I need to maybe add more whole foods. It's kind of that energy of looking at what diet is going to work for me. And I don't mean diet as in fat diet. I mean, what is the right type of proportions, or what is the right type of foods that work for me. It could be that some foods don't work for you. They upset your stomach. It could be it's about knowing that, if something's not working for you, like for instance dairy, it's like, okay, well, maybe you need to change that out. So it's about assessing what's going on in your body when it comes to your nutrition and your food here. Again, we've got the beautiful angel card sitting there, and it's about communication and talking. Very much a Scorpio energy. So it's about being able to share yourself, share your emotions, share your thoughts, share everything about yourself without feeling like and having that really good connection too when you're doing that. So feeling like really connected to somebody when you do that. So we've got that on a physical level with that communication card, but because we've got the messenger card as your main theme today, Group 3, I'm feeling there's a bit of energy coming in from the other side around that. So here we've got the nurture card, care for others, it says. So there's some kind of caring scenario around you. You're probably a very caring, very nurturing person, but nurture on the card itself. So nurture being caring for others. You're a very nurturing person. So whether that's around animals, around babies, around children, around others, you're a very nurturing, caring person is what the energy that they're giving me here. So Group 3, the energy here is bravery and standing up for yourself, stepping out of your comfort zone, mustering that inner courage and strength and doing what needs to be done. Doesn't have to be chaos and drama. It's just about stepping into that energy of standing up for yourself or being brave here to get through a certain situation or make changes in some way, make assessments and changes, and they're going to take a bit of bravery to actually take the steps to do what needs to be done here. Doesn't have to be related to other people. It can be simple things like it could be you deciding to leave your job, and you need to be brave to make those choices and say, yeah, this is the right time for me to do this. So it doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be scary, but it is saying you need to be brave, and you do need to step out of your comfort zone and muster your inner strength to do what needs to be done. Thank you so much for joining me, Group 3. I will see you again next week.